Hi, this is Matt from BuyJumpRopes.net, and today we're going to talk about how to size a jump rope. There's a lot of ways that the web shows you how to size a jump rope. A couple popular ways are, one, they'll have you step on the jump rope, pull it up, and if it comes to about your chest height, that's good. Or they'll have you stand on the rope with both feet, pull it up, and if it comes underneath your armpits, then they say that's good. But those work, but they're real general ways. And we're going to talk about real specific ways, because if we can get real specific and get it down to the inch of where that rope should be for you, then you're going to be a much better rope jumper. I get asked how to size ropes quite frequently, and I need two pieces of information in order to size a rope correctly. I need to know what type of jumping they're going to do and what type of rope they're using. We're joined here today by Jordan, and Jordan's a CrossFit athlete, and he's working on his double unders. So we're going to fit his jump rope for double under use. All of our ropes come at 10 feet in length, which is way too big for someone Jordan's size. So we're going to do a general measuring first. So I'm going to go ahead and have Jordan put the handles in his hands and put one foot in the middle. And this is a real general purpose. And pull it up, and you can see that it's just about his chest height, which is way too long, because that rope would be like 3 or 4 feet over his head. So I'm going to go ahead and shorten that rope down. I'm going to take a couple feet off of it. Do the adjustable screw, the Phillips screwdriver. I'm going to pull it down a couple feet shorter. Actually probably about 1.5 feet shorter. So now it's about 8.5 feet. I'm going to leave a little bit tail in case I'm wrong. Cable cutters, cut it off. Now here's the more precise method. After you get the general method, I'm going to go ahead and have Jordan jump, and I'm going to watch to see how high that rope is clearing his head. And it should be anywhere from 6 to 10 inches over his head. And I'd say it's about 10 inches over his head right now. I'm going to go ahead and try some double unders. Now Jordan is new to double unders, so he's just working on them. And so he's going to probably be on the longer side. And the more proficient you get at double unders, the shorter you'll want them. So right now, it's about 10 to 12 inches overhead, and I'd say that's a fine length for Jordan to start at. And as he gets better, we're going to go ahead and shorten that down. Today we're going to show you how to size a jump rope for speed jumping. Both my wife and I have been speed jumpers and national champions and have coached in competition. So we have a lot of experience in speed jumping and sizing. We also have been involved with the competition community for many years and have watched and learned not only by experience but by visually watching how high the rope is going over the head of the speed jumpers in competitions. So first I'm going to have Linnea do a general size, which is good for most people. She's going to go ahead and stand on that with one foot and pull that up. And as you can see, that rope is just way long for her, because our ropes come at 10 feet, and she wants that down probably right around the top or bottom of her rib cage. So I'm going to go ahead and take, I'm going to guess probably 2 feet off of that. And then I'm going to have her re-jump, and we'll see how close we are. And then we're going to get really specific, because speed jumpers should have that rope only about 2 to 6 inches over their heads while jumping. So I'm going to snip this off here, leave a little tail in case I'm wrong. And I'm going to stand back a little bit so I can watch Linnea, and I'm looking for the clearance between her head and the rope. And as you can see, go ahead and stop. That rope is probably about 2 feet over her head. It is just way long, so I need to cut much more off. When you jump with the rope that long, you can see that it's really sloppy. Now she's holding that rope just above her hip bones, and that's usually where speed jumpers will hold their hands when speed jumping. They also crouch down a little bit when competition jumping. Now as you can see, that rope is about 6 to 8 inches over her head, a little bit on the long side, probably longer than Linnea likes. You can go ahead and stop, Linnea. But that'll work for now. For this video shooting, we would probably lower that down to about 4 inches. That's what Linnea prefers, because when the rope's a little long, it feels a little sloppy for her. But that gives you a real specific inch clearance over the head that it should be for speed jumpers, anywhere from 2 to 6 inches. And that'll serve speed jumpers well in becoming as fast as possible. We're going to size a freestyle jump rope now, and we're going to take Jordan's cable freestyle rope, and we're going to size that specifically for his height. There's a different type of freestyle ropes that you would size differently. For example, if he had a beaded rope, we would size that much shorter than we would a licorice or a cable freestyle rope because it's heavier. But he's got a cable freestyle rope here. So we're going to go ahead and just watch Jordan jump, and I'm going to watch to see the clearance between his head and the top of the rope as he jumps. We're looking for it to be 10 to 18 inches overhead, and right now, you can go ahead and stop Jordan. That's about 3 feet over his head. So I'm going to take this rope. It has an adjustable piece at one end. We're going to go ahead and loosen up that adjustable screw. Pull it down a couple feet. The beauty of these long handle freestyle ropes is you can hide a good 8 inches inside there, so if you make a mistake, it's very forgiving. So I'm going to cut off about this much. I'm going to have Jordan try it again. Again, I'm looking for that clearance over his head. Now we're about 18 inches. And now it gets to be a real personal preference. You know, how does that feel, Jordan? Does that feel comfortable?
Actually, that feels maybe just a tad long.
Okay, so we're going to take off a couple more inches on that because a jumper needs to be very confident in their jump rope. And there's so much variability in length of jump ropes for freestyle. For example, when we were down at the World Championships this previous year, we saw many freestyle jumpers jumping with the rope only a couple inches over their heads. And then others are jumping with 2 feet over their heads. But a majority, I would say, anywhere from 10 to 18 inches works best. Let's go ahead and try that. And that's about 12 inches over his head. Feels good, plenty of clearance.
Yeah, that feels perfect for me. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thanks for watching our tutorial on sizing. If you have any other questions that we didn't cover, feel free to give us a call. We'd be glad to talk with you and help you out and customize your ropes to fit you for any of our jump ropes.